Man. Hey, welcome to Trap Souls Podcast. I'm here with Tiffany from Beyond Logic with Tiffany. So how you doing?
I'm good. Thank you for having me. How are you?
I'm doing good. So you've been popping up everywhere lately on social media. I mean, good and bad. It doesn't matter. But so you started your own podcast. I mean, I think you had one before, just you, but now you're starting to expand a little bit. Is that correct?
Kind of the opposite. So I had a partner when I first started it, and it was T&K, Fourth Dimension Paranormal, and
Okay.
I branched off to myself. So now it's just me with Beyond
Just you.
Logic with Tiffany. Yeah,
Bad blood or just decided to go a different direction?
kind of a little bit of both. There
Yeah, I
was a
mean,
little bit of drama that happened, and that's just not for me. I don't tolerate drama, so just figured go my separate ways.
yeah, I mean, there's nothing wrong with that though either. I mean, there's drama everywhere, right? I mean,
Oh,
that's the way the world works. People love drama, people hate drama. There's no in between. So, I mean, it's it's better just go off on your own, do your own thing, and hopefully it works out. And I think it's going to. You seem to be popping up a lot of podcasts. You've been doing very good on social media. But
thank
where are you actually from? Because your Facebook page says New York.
yeah. I am from New York. I am from Niagara Falls, New York.
Okay, because someone mentioned or posted, "Do you investigate anything in New York?" And you said no.
Well, they asked if that was the only thing I've investigated, and I said
Oh,
no.
only thing. Okay, so I read that wrong. My bad. So
You're good.
I'm like, okay, so maybe this isn't right because I've had different people like it pops up in a different state because same name as the city as where they're from, but it's a different state. So,
Right.
so New York, most haunted or not? Let's get into that right now.
I don't think, no, I don't think so. Honestly, I think there's more in New England that's a little bit more haunted than New York.
All right. So, I mean, a lot of people think New York City, but you get northern New York, like Ontario and everything. I
Mhm.
mean, there are still a decent amount. It's spread out, but there's still a decent amount of places up there.
Oh, yeah, for sure. I mean, maybe they've just not been as popular or discovered yet, but I feel like they're just far and few between. Whereas you go to like Rhode Island, Massachusetts, that area, there's something like everywhere. So I don't know. Maybe it's just me being here for so long and just the excitement of being elsewhere, but I don't think New York's all that haunted.
No, that's weird. I mean, I think New York is such a big state though, where it's just spread out so much where, you have to travel 2-3 hours for every haunted location compared to Rhode Island is like one city in New York where it's just bam, 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 bam. Kind of like UK. UK is not a huge country and
Mhm.
it's like nonstop. Like you can go every 40 feet and find something that's paranormal in UK. So,
Right.
so New York wise, what is your uh, go-to place in New York then?
Hinsdale.
Instead,
I have, yeah, I absolutely love it there. I've had some of the craziest experiences there. It's never let me down.
so I've never been to Hinsdale. Obviously, I've heard of Hinsdale.
Mhm.
Why Hinsdale? Like, why is this so haunted?
Um, well, it's the only house that's ever been exercised. The house itself, they tried to exercise and it failed. So that was really interesting to me. There's so much history just in the land and the house itself. I mean, it was native, I mean, all of it was technically native land, but it was a native burial ground prior. Um, there's been murders there, so the legends have said. There's just so much that went on there. And the caretakers, the dandies, which is also the nickname for the Hinsdale house, is the dandy house. They ended up basically getting taken over by whatever it was and got really like nasty towards each other and just started really acting out of character until they moved out of the house. It's just always fascinated me, and the constant activity is just off the wall.
Do you see a lot of spirits there that are positive and negative then?
I think there's always positive and negative no matter what for energy. I mean, you always have to have that balance. there are some that have been nicer than others in Hinsdale. I think that's just from happenstance, really.
Now, this is one thing I'm a big believer in. What's up, Potter Paranormal? Nerds. Great. I love Roger. Lost my train of thought, Roger. Thanks. No, I mean, the one thing I've always said that you go to a location and ask questions.
Mhm.
I believe other spirits will come. Do you believe that in like Hinsdale House?
Yeah, I mean, the energy is constantly flowing, regardless of whether it's got water, anything near it. It's going to constantly have a turnover rate. So I think that's true. There's constantly things flowing through the earth and the ground and everything else. So why not?
Yeah. So let's get to the beginning with you. Psychic medium. When did you realize you had the abilities?
Probably the biggest, like, in your face thing that I had happen was my aunt was pregnant at the time. She was in a high risk pregnancy. And I heard her voice coming out of the bathroom. And I asked my mom at the time, I was 16, 15, 16. And I said, "Oh, aunt, my aunt's here." And she goes, "No." I said, "Well, I just heard her clear as day say that they're not going to let her in. I thought you guys were yelling like she was in the bathroom and my mom was in the living room." She's like, "She's not here, Tiff." And like 2 minutes later, my aunt called and she was like, "I just almost got into a car accident arguing with her husband, saying that they weren't going to let us in because we were going to be late for the doctor's appointment." And I was like, "You got to be flipping kidding me." So that was like kind of my point of like, holy shit, I got something that, connects me somehow.
Now, have you had prior experiences before that that you just could not explain?
Oh, I see spirits all the time, especially when I was younger. I would see like my little sister, they're all real young at this time. She was just probably just above the countertops, and I saw her run through the kitchen and into the Florida room. And I asked her where she was going. And in the living room, which was the complete opposite direction, she goes, "What?" And so I was like, "Oh, okay. That's something else. That wasn't you." I've seen my grandfather that passed away. When he passed away, I saw him standing in front of me like the night that he passed. There's a lot of things that I couldn't explain that I've seen, just people and scenarios that I couldn't explain.
Yeah, I mean, I don't have abilities. Not psychic and not medium. I don't even call myself a sensitive. I believe we're all sensitives in a way. Depends how much you want to embrace it. I mean, I think all of us have gone into a paranormal location and felt off in certain spots. So I'm just trying to read. Roger's going crazy over here, but
I saw him pop up.
but it's just it's amazing how when you have abilities at a young age, you figure it out.
Mhm.
Did any of your family members have abilities also?
Yes, my mom, my grandmother on both my dad's side and my mom's side. My grandma, I guess, would on my dad's side you'd call sensitive. My mom's mom was definitely like me, and my mom was also. Um, my siblings also saw things until they hit probably, I'd say, 10, because that's kind of when you get conditioned to stop believing everything else because people think that you're crazy and tell you you're crazy. I
Yeah.
still think that they see things and stuff, but they won't talk about it. They've been just pushed it away.
Now, was your mom and that open about it when you were younger?
Oh, yeah. She's the whole reason I really kind of started exploring it. I mean, she also did like tarot and stuff.
Okay.
Um, so she was very open about it ever since I was really, really young.
I found out through a lot of these podcasts that people have that abilities that their mom or their parents had the same abilities. But a lot of them didn't talk about it because back in the day, you were considered crazy, right? I mean, that's how the witches got burned at the stake. Because,
Yeah.
I mean, it's something that did happen and it is true. but back in the day, it was considered witchcraft.
Oh yeah.
So
I mean,
a
I
lot of,
won't lie. They. Whoop. Go ahead.
well, I mean, a lot of people didn't talk about it. So it's like nowadays, I'm very curious about 40, 50 years from now when these abilities get passed on to like your siblings, your children, whatever, and how more open they're going to be because they can practice their abilities and make it that much stronger. I mean, that's just me thinking, but
I
I
won't
mean,
deny that I did think I was a little crazy at first. I'm like, there's no way. Like, there's just absolutely no way. And there is that really big gray area of, am I crazy or is this actually happening? But then the more I got confirmation of certain things that I really shouldn't have known otherwise, the more I thought, okay, maybe there's something to this.
so how do you get confirmation?
Take the risk and hope that they don't think I'm nuts and put me in an insane asylum and just kind of say, hey, is this accurate? And 9 out of 10, well, I wouldn't give myself that much odds. Probably 7 out of 10 times I've been pretty close or right on the money with a lot of things.
A lot of things. I mean, I'm a big believer in like, because I've had a lot on people saying that they see, I always say this, see something in the corner, say a little girl, then they just leave. So for me, as a, I don't want to say skeptic, but a debunker, I always say prove it. So, I mean, does that
Okay,
make
so yeah, it does. So like the more I got into to this day, I still don't do much research on the places that I go to, but I always pair myself with somebody that does know about it, that has done the research, so they can confirm the things that I'm seeing or getting. Which of course nothing's set in stone. You're always going to have that stuff that was missed or misconstrued or whatever have you. But that's how I operate because that's how I like to test myself.
and that's proof right there.
Yeah.
I mean, I always tell people like if you see a little girl in the corner and you walk away, why not put a recorder there? And if you get a recording of a little girl, bam, proof. Now, next time you say something, I'm going to believe you. But I just can't
Sure.
take your word for it, saying, hey, like, I don't know you. It's the first time I met you. Hey, you got someone standing behind you and be like, yeah, whatever. Okay, something standing behind me. That's cool. But if, I worked with you 2 or 3 times and everything lined up, you say, hey, something standing behind you, I'm gonna be like, damn, dude, like I'm walking towards you. Like, I don't want that thing behind me.
I mean, that's
Roger
fair.
said Roger said you're crazy without seeing ghosts. So, and again, I don't know. That might be true. I don't know. So,
Hey, I
uh,
could be a little crazy. We're all a little off in our own ways, aren't we?
yeah, I mean, it's sorry. No, it's cool. So, paranormal wise, is it just you then as a group?
Yeah. I mean, right now I just am doing it solo and collaborating with other groups that I've met along the way. Like I've done an investigation with Roger. That's actually where the shirt came from. This whole pole liquor thing was our investigation that we did at Wildwood. But that was a lot of fun. So just right now I'm just kind of going with the flow, meeting new people, and I mean, I like some investigative styles and some I don't. So if I don't like it, then I just won't ever collaborate with them again.
Yeah, I mean, the whole collaborate thing really came to light about 6 months ago. People are saying people don't like to collaborate because they're not big enough or they're too small. I mean, I don't see it personally. I mean, there's what 10,000 groups, 20,000 groups in the United States. Probably more than that. So, I mean, how do you see the collaborating thing going? I think it's on the uprise for me
Mhm.
personally. I mean, I collaborate with everybody. I don't have an issue working with anybody. Again, if you don't like them, you just don't collaborate with them again. It's not a big issue, but
Right.
I mean, being a solo investigator, you kind of have to collaborate, right?
Yeah, I mean, anybody that's in this knows it's not cheap. I mean, so some of these places are just astronomically expensive. So collaborating makes it cheaper, makes it more affordable, but you also get to meet some really, really cool people along the way. And that's what, I mean, that's just adding to it for me. I think it's fun. I think it's enjoyable. And there's really not many people that I don't get along with.
Yeah, I think in this whole, I guess, realm of things and paranormal groups that we're all in it kind of for the same reason, whatever it is. I mean, I'll ask you the question, why did you get into paranormal?
It fascinates me. It always has. I mean, it's something that so many people have questions if there's something after the fact, and it's hard to think that there isn't. I mean, if you want to take the science of it and say that energy never dies, it's got to go somewhere. So just proving that it doesn't dissipate is it's cool to me.
And we'll go right into that too. So, I mean, we're just going to snowball into this. And this has been brought up the last few podcasts I've had. Why don't we get anything from like 100 BC? Everything we get is like 1900s, 1800s. How come we don't get anything older?
That's a very I never thought of that. I mean, I guess that can be kind of like you don't have somebody from like the 2000s either, coming out and playing poker face from Lady Gaga or anything either. But I mean, maybe it's just the layers of energy. Maybe they're just buried. I mean, we weren't around to find out before that it existed, before that energy overtook that space.
Yeah, I mean, it's just a question because it's been brought up. Like,
Yeah.
we don't see dinosaurs, we don't see any of that stuff. So why? I mean, is it energy fading out? Does it only last so long? Or is it because of their beliefs before Christianity or whatever you want to believe in? If you don't believe in spirits, therefore you can't be a spirit. I don't know.
I mean, that could be possible, but if you want to go before religion and all of that, I mean, there still had to be something. If you look at all the Egyptian like pictures and things, there was things there before Christianity was even a thing. And even then, there had to be something before that for Christianity to stem from. So, I mean, there had to have been something along the lines regardless.
Yeah, I mean, just curiosity because
Yeah, no, for sure.
I would love to get like the caveman EVP or stuff like that, fire, but we don't get that. We're pretty much stuck into 1900s. Like you even said in like 2000s. Why not? Like, where's the breakoff point of
Good
where
question.
maybe like 2000, 1990 and above, they haven't learned how to communicate with us. You think they would because of technology.
True. Or maybe the technology is just dissipating it along the way. I mean, it may never die, but it can weaken over time.
Yeah. I don't know. Sorry. Just a curious
No,
question. Your thoughts
no,
on
no.
it?
That was I've never
Sorry.
really thought about that before.
Yeah. I mean, trust me, when you start having groups on more and more as you're doing right now, you're going to get a lot more questions than answers. That's just the way it works. So,
Oh yeah, for sure.
latest record version. Oh. What do you think we see most of, residual or intelligent hauntings?
Ooh. I'm gonna have to go with intelligent, I think, because when you're interacting with all of these spirits and they're using your equipment and stuff, that's not residual. You actually have to be present in that time to be able to activate those things, unless it's just happenstance that you put like a cat ball where they're walking through. I would almost think it'd have to be intelligent.
Yeah, I think in a lot of places that we investigate, the big pay to play type places. Again, my theory is if you ask questions, they're going to come.
Mhm.
So like I do Madison Seminary all the time. That's like my go-to place. And there's so many different spirits there now because everybody goes there. The more and more famous it gets, the more and more people are coming to ask questions. So why wouldn't Joe Schmo, who passed away 80 years ago, that lived 3 miles down the road that no one's talking to, why wouldn't he come to Madison to get his story? You know, because
Absolutely.
I'm a big believer, like obviously I'm trapped souls, so it's I think some spirits are stuck here because of their story is not straight and they want their story out. Could be wrong. I'll let you know when I go, you know. I mean,
I'll be looking forward to it. I need some answers.
I mean, you're the psychic medium. I mean, that's why I'm asking these questions because I don't get to pick everybody's brain like this.
No, by all means.
I mean, Roger's just going off here. 10 of people believe something that energy can be manifested. Yeah.
See, I don't think that spirits are stuck in one place either.
No.
I think that they're a little bit more free flowing than everybody seems. I shouldn't say everybody, that a majority of people, especially that don't investigate like we do, they're just so convinced that they're stuck in one spot and they're not able to move. And I just don't feel that that's the case at all. That's a really boring afterlife.
Yeah, but they could be attached or comfortable with one place.
Oh,
right?
for sure. Yes. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, when I was in Gettysburg, the amount of just energy in that place itself, just the whole city is the battlefield. So anywhere you go, you're going to feel something. When you said the stories, it reminded me, I ended up getting a name, Jacob, and we actually caught something on my recorder, and I have to figure out how to like just separate it. And there was a thunk when I asked his name, like he was there, like confirming it. And I don't know if you're familiar with dowsing rods, if you've ever used them. I know a lot of people kind of have their misconceptions with them.
Yeah.
But I use them pretty frequently to get answers and yes, no questions and stuff. And I was using that to communicate pretty much with him as well as myself. And I was able to get like his family, how he died, like things like that. It was really, really neat. And it was almost as if people were kind of fighting to come in and tell me their story. I think I connected with 3 or 4 different spirits in a 10-minute period, but he was just the one that ended up coming through the strongest. So that was really neat that I got his story kind of out there. There's videos all over my TikTok, YouTube about it. It was actually pretty cool.
Yeah, I mean, that's the whole thing. I mean, I always say, because everybody always says they want to know about the afterlife. That's why they do this. What is beyond? They want to help spirits out, move on. You know, whatever it is. You know, everybody has kind of generic answer to why you do this. But it could just be the stories. You know, how many stories do we, misinterpret? I mean, I'm sure you get it. You've been places, let's go to a place you always go to. Have the stories changed over the years?
I don't know if they've so much have changed, more so just get more information because I put more pieces together. The more that I'm there, the more comfortable they get, I feel like. That's just me. The more you're in a place and you have the frequent spirits that are constantly there. It's just like anything. You got to build trust with people. Why are spirits any different?
But not about you, though. Have you heard different stories from that place?
Oh,
other
yeah.
people?
Yes.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Because the problem is with us is, and this is not a knock on psychic mediums, but I've seen psychic mediums go into a place and saying, Becky's here. And next thing you know, everybody's in there talking about Becky because the guides say, hey, there's a psychic here that said Becky's over here. There's no freaking Becky in here. Like there never was, but one person says it is. So now it's a huge story. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I mean, that's the way it works. I mean, Madison Seminary is the same way. one person said there's a portal in Sarah's room. And that's all everybody talks about now is this portal in Sarah's room.
I see that a lot. Matter of fact, I was at Hinsdale at one point with another medium, or she said she was a medium. I can't say whether she was or wasn't. I didn't know enough about her. She could say the same thing about me. But
Yeah.
we got similar stories, but different concepts, if that makes sense. So,
Yeah.
like, it's interesting to see how different people receive information because we're all different. And everybody's on a different level. And that's what I tell people when they're working with like mediums and stuff. You can bring 3 different people and get 3 different answers because they interpret information differently. So it doesn't, in my opinion, doesn't necessarily mean they're wrong, but if you can't confirm it or collaborate it with anything else, like you just got to take it with how it is. It doesn't mean it's accurate.
Yeah. I mean, that's the one thing I always say is maybe that's why spirits are, I don't want to say stuck here because you hate to use that word, but trapped here, whatever, is because their stories are not correct.
Yeah.
So like you'll go into a place, get a, I don't want to say evil entity, but an angry entity is because someone always goes down in the boiler room and calls this dude Frank. And he gets mad because his name is Fred. So maybe he's just there. Be like, listen, dude, my name is Fred. And he's throwing stuff and whatever he's doing. Trying to be like, no, dude, mine's Fred. Now, once one person goes there and say, hey, Fred, you here? And he's gone. Like, cool. They know my name. Because I am a big believer in, and I say this all the time, what's the one thing that lives on after we die? It's our memories.
100%.
You know, that's all we have left of when people that pass away. You know, my mom passed away years ago. The only thing I have of her are her memories.
Mhm.
So maybe they just want their memories to be remembered. Then they can move on.
Yeah, absolutely. Because once those memories end, that's when everything ends.
Yeah. So, I mean,
Sense.
that's why I investigate is keep those memories alive. Hopefully I'm correct. And if I'm wrong, they'll let me know. I mean, we've all had it. So I mean, they'll let me know. So what is the one scariest place you've ever investigated? Like I always say question yourself about doing this, but no one ever says I question myself doing a paranormal, but where's that one aha moment like, oh,
Like the, oh crap, this is real.
yeah,
I would honestly have to. I hate to go back to it, but I would have to say Hinsdale. I call her the swamp hag. There's a recording. I recorded the entire time I was up in this room, and my breathing shifted, and you can hear my breathing shift. And all of a sudden, there was just like this girl in my face, and she looked kind of like the Grudge almost, is the best way I can compare her to. And she just, I was doing an Estes session and I had to take, I ripped everything off because I couldn't breathe. It just got to a point where like my chest got really heavy and I just like, I can't breathe. I need to get out of here because every gasp I took, I felt like I was drowning. And that was probably the scariest situation. And I went downstairs and I was shaking and there was like 4 or 5 other people down there and they were like, are you okay? And I was just like, no, I'm not. I needed to just get out and breathe for a minute. And then the other place that I can kind of equate that to would be Rolling Hills. I got pushed at Rolling Hills. That was as freaking awesome and cool as it was. It also scared the ever living crap out of me. And I'm just like, holy cow, like that's incredible.
yeah, it's one of those moments like that's the coolest thing I've ever experienced, but I never want to do it again.
Yep.
Yeah. No, I mean we all want those moments until it happens, right? I mean, it's everybody wants to be slapped or pushed, or you hear all these people like, I want to be scratched. I've never been scratched until it happens. Then you're like, yeah, I never want to do this again. This is stupid. Why am I doing this type of thing? So I've never been scratched. I've
Me
never been
neither.
pushed. I've never been
Oh,
pushed. Um, I don't want to be scratched or pushed, but if it happens, it happens also. So I'm not out there trying to, I don't walk into a place telling stuff to scratch me. So,
Oh no, absolutely not.
all right. So we'll just ask a whole bunch of random questions here. Bucket list. I'll give you two places, like places that you want to investigate.
I would love to go to Alcatraz. And let's see, what's the other? The Sally Borden house. It's always just, or Lizzie Borden, I'm sorry. I combined two freaking houses together. Lizzie
Two
Borden
houses.
in Massachusetts. Those are my two top ones. Lizzie Borden house, for some reason, has always been a fascination of mine ever since I was little. Kind of like Alcatraz. Everybody wants to go there because it's like the no man's zone anymore, but
Yeah.
those are my two top.
Do you ever have a place that's calling to you? Like you feel like you have to go?
The Asher Walton house, which I have talked about it on my podcast, and I've also been on another podcast where I've talked about this. I've had dreams about this house, and I didn't even know what it looked like until I was talking to the team that I'm actually collaborating with to go to the Asher Walton house that has been there before, and we just were talking like this, and the conversation came up about a dream that I had, and they were like, that sounds like this house. And so I pulled it up after the fact, and I was like, oh my God, that's the house. And I'm going there in a few months, and just the dreams are just so real and so vivid that I'm having of this house. It's crazy. I keep texting them and saying, hey, is this a room in the house? Because like this is what it reminds me of. And it's blowing my mind as much as it's blowing their mind. So I'm excited for that investigation.
Yeah, that should be fun to see what you get out of that. I mean, I don't have dreams. I'm not gonna lie. People think it's weird. Turning 50 this year. The last dream I can remember probably was when I was like 18, 20.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, don't dream for some reason. I'm sure I do dream. I just don't remember them. So, but no, I've had some places that feel like I have to go back for, I have no idea the reason why. Bel Air House is one of them.
Okay.
My team has had experiences there. We've been there twice. I've had experience there, but I wouldn't really call it like terrifying or anything. I mean, it was just, I'm a pretty laid back guy. So I was doing a spirit box session in the basement, and over the spirit box, it asked me if I want my soul. I mean, it says, do you want your soul? Like, I was like, damn, F you. I'm a ginger. I have no soul. And then a girl comes across the spirit box and goes, that's not right. Then at the end, I was like, can I have my soul? And it said, you can have a soul. Then I was like, whose soul do I have? Then I didn't hear this till after. It goes, it's mine.
Ooh. Just got goosebumps like from head to toe. The hair's standing up on my arms.
Yeah, I mean, it was a weird session. I didn't think anything of it. Like, I'm like, cool, like it happened, whatever. Not gonna lie, when I was reviewing the evidence of that place, I did not hear it's mine until I reviewed the evidence like a month later. I was like,
Oh.
damn, like must be a pretty nice dude because I've been happier ever since. So might have got a good soul. I don't know. But for some odd reason, I just want to keep going back to that place. I don't know the reason why. I know a lot of people have said that it's fake. It's not really that bad, whatever they say out in the paranormal world. But there's a lot of teams that will step foot in that place and never step foot back in. So
I've heard it's more demonic. Do you agree with that, or do you not feel that way?
I don't feel that way. I don't think anything attached to me. I think if it's demonic, you will know right from the get go. But I am going back next month with 3 other people, Nacho and his girlfriend from Verona Ghost Chasers. because he had an attachment from there. So I said, let's figure it out. Then I invited Mandy from Ghost Sisters, and she's going to join us, who's a medium too. So I said, I just asked her, I'm like, I don't know why. She was on a podcast. I'm like, I don't know why this place is calling me. And she's like, you'll never know why. It's just a feeling. So I messaged her. I'm like, you want to come find out what's going on? She said, yeah, let's go. So
That's
again,
awesome.
paranormal. Will we ever know? No, but I'm going to go try to find some answers. Probably not, but it'll be fun. Maybe I'll get my soul back. I don't know. We'll find out.
Well, hopefully, if you do get it back, you're just as happy as you are now.
Probably not. I was miserable before. No, it was a cool session. So I was doing mirror scribing. That's when it all started.
Okay.
Nothing was happening. Told my teammate, hey, ever hear of mirror scribing? Actually, because I saw Mandy do it at Bill Manor. And she's like, don't do that crap. I'm like, nothing's going on. Let's try it out. So I found a mirror on the ground and picked it up and started doing it. That's when everything started coming through. Oh,
That's pretty cool.
yeah, it's fun. So do you believe like in mirror scribing or any of that stuff?
You know, it's been for so long that they think that mirrors are portals. I really don't know if I have an opinion one way or the other because I haven't really done much research on it myself personally. I think that there's definitely something to it. I mean, reflection has crazy ways of doing things, so why not? I mean, we catch spirits and reflections all the time. Why would a mirror be any different? So I think it's possible. I've just never really dived into it to have a definitive answer.
Yeah, I mean, it's weird. I'm not gonna lie. I do mirror scribing when nothing's really going on. So I'll try it. And I don't know if it's your eyes playing tricks on you, but it is freaky. I'm not gonna lie. Like it's it is a little freaky, but it's fun. Um, yeah, mirrors, portals. I don't know. Like Madison, there's people in there that cover mirrors up, certain mirrors, because they say they're portals. And there's people that go in there and uncover them. So I'm not a big believer in that. So I believe, like you said, if spirit wants to move, it'll move. So
Oh yeah.
I mean, they can fly. Why use a mirror? Like, just float one place to the other.
Gotta save a fortune on gas.
So Venus psychic medium, how do you see spirits then? Or do
Ooh,
you just feel?
So it depends on how they want to manifest themselves. I mean, I guess it would be from anybody because I mean, I feel like anybody can see spirits as long as the spirit has enough to manifest themselves. But it's usually the best way that I can explain how I see it is like those old mute videos that used to play on the projectors, like the just constant flow of like a scene. That's kind of how I see it in my mind's eye.
Okay.
I mean, I do see them outwardly, and 9 out of 10 times they're in full color, and I can see them head to toe. Well, if they have toes.
Do you think it's more like when you see something, and this is just a question because I'm curious. In your mind, they're projecting themselves, or are they actually there?
I think it depends on the situation. I've had kind of both scenarios happen. Usually when they're there, I can see them there. If they're showing me something like that happened, like I can see, like in Hinsdale, I saw a woman die. Right before she died, I saw her running and she put her hands up and everything went black. So that's how I knew that that was like her last moment. So she played that scene over and over again in my head. When we were at the Ross house, I saw somebody standing at the counter in the antique shop. And once we were there, we would go over there with like you said, kind of prove it. You know, that's what we're there for. The EMF detectors would be going up and, there'd be a lot of activity in that area. So, I mean, like I said, it's kind of circumstantial depending on what they want to show me.
So what do you think about the antique store?
Oh, at the Ross house, I think that is creepy as hell. Oh,
I love it.
as soon as we walked in there, this is when I did have my teammate. I was like, "There's somebody following us," and he's like, "What?" I was like, "I just feel like there's this eyes boring in the back of my head," and he's like, "Okay." So then I'm assuming you've obviously been there. Then if you,
Yeah.
so when you go all the way to the end towards the staircase to go down into like the actual storefront part, that there was a poker table. I don't know if it's still there. It's been a few years since I've been there. But I was like, I smell cigar smoke. And again, the reader was going crazy. I was like, I wonder if they're just sitting there playing poker. So I mean, it's interesting. It's a cool place. I definitely think that old man that they say that walks up and down is definitely still there. I can't think of his name right now, but
Yeah. So do you think the Ross house and the antique store, this is my feeling that the antique store has those spirits stay there. I don't think they come over to the Ross house for some odd reason. I think the Ross house is like a train station of spirits. But whatever's in the antique store is just an antique store.
I kind of got that similar vibe, but I also feel like there's certain items there that haven't sold that have been there for just so long that they were attached to, and that's probably why they were there. Like that dress that's in the case that hasn't sold that she said has been there for a couple years. Like I got a weird feeling from that dress standing next to it. I'm like, that's just creepy to me. I don't know what that vibe was, but I just didn't like it. But I can agree with that. Like that old man, I don't feel like he goes into the house. That
Yeah.
chinchilla room though, that was crazy.
I haven't got much in the chinchilla room. Um,
Really?
I I laid in there, did kind of like a solo estes, I want to call it, like just blindfold myself, put the spirit box on, and try to listen and just ask questions myself, see if I got anything to come through. Nothing really. I did get sounds perverted, but like a warm feeling when I was laying there over my legs and to my torso, like someone was laying on top of me. And it was like you can feel my legs, they were cold, but from above that was just warm. Like someone was actually like on top of me. And I was like, yo, another bed over there. Go lay over there. You know, I'm cool.
That's
But mostly in the Ross house, we don't get much. I do say I think there is a lot of spirits in the Ross house. When you do Estes in the living room area, and there's a lot of spirits that try to talk to you through the spirit box. It's continuous. And we always, the 2 times we've been there, it seems like 2 females talking. After like 20 to 30 minutes, a male will come in, pretty much tell them to shut up. And like, this isn't your time to talk. Like, go back to wherever you belong. And like, whoever's in charge there comes in and makes them be quiet. So,
I do remember her saying that there was a male that doesn't really like female presence very much. I didn't really get anything out of that. I mean, when I went to the Ross house, I had really just started diving into actually using equipment and stuff like that. So I'd like to go back, but I've also seen that it fluctuates a lot with activity. Like there's some teams that get a ton of stuff, and then like with us, we got next to nothing. I mean, the chinchilla room, like I said, that was most active for us because we were using the mag lights as using yes no questions. We got a lot of activity with that. I mean, that was pretty much it. Aside from, I mean, I tried to. I won't even say the word antagonize, but I would sit in the room where that gentleman didn't like women sitting just to see if I could get a reaction or a rise out of him, and there was nothing. Like I didn't get shoved. There was no tug. There was nothing. So I would like to go back just to see because it was still fairly new when I went there.
yeah, I mean, it's a cool place. And Cindy's awesome. Obviously, everybody loves Cindy. So, I mean, I want to go back. sooner or later, but you have to get the antique store with it. I mean, that's just a give me. What'd you get in the basement?
We actually didn't go in the basement, and I'm aside from when we did the tour with Cindy, and I'm kicking myself for not going in there because when we went down there, I got the creepiest vibe when she was giving us the tour. Like I just needed to get out of there. Like I couldn't just sit still in there. I was just like, okay, are we done? Can we get out of here? But we never ended up going back down there on either side of the
On either
basement.
side? I
Yeah.
So if you ever go into the Ross House basement, don't lock yourself in the basement. I did. That door locks behind you. So just little information. Don't close the door behind you unless someone's up above. Because
Noted.
I locked myself in. Luckily, my teammates heard me knocking. Paranormal Girls is on. What's up?
Hi, Brenda.
Yeah, I haven't talked to Brenda forever. She's like one of the first guests on my show way back then.
Oh, nice.
But other places, what other places in Ohio have you done?
In Ohio, Ross House
Yeah.
is it.
Ross House is
Until
it?
until I'm with Roger with the Mortuary Manor.
Oh yeah. You guys are
Which I'm
going there
really
soon, aren't you?
Yeah, 2 weeks.
2
I'm
weeks?
literally counting down the days.
Yeah, I've been jonesing for some investigations. I'm doing Coco's at the arcade the 30th.
Nice.
And that's just it's mainly for a little research, trying to find good Wi-Fi there for the Paracon, but still want to investigate it. It's gonna be fun.
Yeah.
But then Bel Air is next month. So I'm really excited about Bel Air House. Find some answers to that. That place
That's-
pisses me off. So if you ever a chance to do Bel Air House, go with the group. 5 people. I mean, that's more than enough there. Kind of like Ross House. It's a little bigger than Ross House, but it's dark. I mean, I'm gonna tell you, there's something there that doesn't like you. Like I don't know what it is. But Bel Air in a whole as a city is just very dark.
Yeah.
You had the coal mine explosions. You had Native American wars. There's burial grounds behind the Bel Air house. The flood. I mean, that whole town is just haunted. Like, there's just something about that town.
Yes. Driving through there was just depressing almost.
It is. It's a coal mine town. I mean,
Oh, yeah.
it's a little run down, but it's still a town in itself. But a lot of bloodshed in that town, and yet KKK was big down there. So I mean, it's Underground Railroad. A lot of stuff happening in Bel Air, Ohio.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you should take Roger down there sometime.
I'll get him over there.
Yeah, it'd be good. It'll be fun. So they say Ohio is one of the most haunted states. What do you think about that?
I mean, I can kind of vibe with that.
I don't know
Ohio
why.
is such a bigger state, though. I mean, I don't know. I've been to a lot of places in Ohio. I just haven't investigated Ohio much. It's just, I don't know. It doesn't seem like it would be a high volume place for paranormal activity to me.
I mean, a lot of people say because kind of use the word from St. Louis, gateway to the west. You know, this is where a lot of people stopped. So I think that's the reason why. I don't know if I'm going to believe it yet. Paranormal group wise, Pennsylvania has to have the most paranormal groups per square mile. I think there's 500 million paranormal groups in Pennsylvania. New York, I've done the Shanley Hotel in New York. Have you been there?
I have not, but I've heard of it and everybody keeps talking about it like it's popping up all over the place and it's really not that far from me. I want to get out in there.
It's a cool place. I mean, it was a 7-hour drive for me.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, it was rough, but it was a cool place. So yeah, I worked night shift, slept 2 hours, drove out there, investigated, slept an hour, drove back. slept 3 hours and worked 12 hours. That
Holy
sucks.
cow.
Don't do that.
No.
But you can sleep there. I mean, it's a cool place. I mean, it's very, very history. We'll throw that one up there. Bam. I just found
Oh,
this little thing that I can do this on my podcast. So,
that's really cool.
um,
I'm always down to collaborate with you too, Roger.
yeah, I mean, me and Roger talked about getting together, but just hasn't happened. Sooner or later.
He's awesome to work with.
What was up in Michigan? I just messaged. I want to go do that. I'm trying to think that place in Michigan. The guy that has the museum up there with all the weird stuff. The House of Horrors or whatever they call it up there. Roger probably knows what I'm talking about.
I'm going to say, I think we talked about that at one point, Roger and I. Yeah.
Yeah.
I know exactly. I can't think of what it's called either, but I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, he just started doing overnight investigations for that. So
That'd
I know
be
he has.
lovely.
Yeah, he has a place in Ohio too. The Last Meal restaurant, plus his museum. So love to do that. Anatomy of Death Museum. I don't know if that's it.
Yeah. Wow, that's what I was thinking of.
I don't, it's the guy that has all the Ouija boards. Whatever. I'm not going to worry about it. So anyway, so what's going on this year with you? I mean, you started pushing your podcast a lot more.
Yeah,
How's that going?
I really enjoy it.
Oh,
When
it's
I
a lot of work.
first started, it is. I never realized how much it like takes out of you, and I'm just like, holy crap. But I mean, I love meeting people that I wouldn't normally meet, and I think that's the best part about it. I mean, there's some really great people in this community, if you want to call it a community. I know there's
It's a
slew of
community.
other things, but there's some really, really awesome people that I would have never met otherwise. I mean, Brenda's one of them, Roger. I mean, you even, I mean, I'm not one to go to a bunch of different states until this year. This year, I made it my mission to go and extend myself into a whole slew of different locations that I've never been to. Like, this is my year of getting out. So now that I'm on my own, I mean, I've learned of so many different places that I never knew of by doing my podcast that people talk about. You've got the really, really popular ones, but it's a lot of fun. And I really enjoy kind of pushing my own limits.
Yeah.
Just, because the things I think are controversial, some people don't, and vice versa. So it's interesting and getting different people's perspectives of things. That's what fascinates me.
Yeah. I mean, when I first started this, I really got into it like a year ago, and it's been, I mean, honestly, I expected to do like 3 to 4 podcasts a month. That was it. That was my goal. Like, if I can do 3 to 4 a month, it'd be awesome. I have 20 in the next 2 months. And it's just like you said, it's a lot of work. I mean, it's a lot of emails, a lot of text messages, a lot of WhatsApp. And like, I saw your post, like, just email me, quit sending me on different stuff. Like, I have to go like every 3 days. I go through all those WhatsApp, email, text messages, because I know I'm going to forget somebody one of these days. Like, it's bound to happen. Like, oh man, sorry. It did happen. Like, I messaged someone, like, they messaged me, I think back in like November. Yeah, we'd love to come on your show. Yeah, I just got like 2 weeks ago. I'm like, hey, sorry about that, but hey, I got to open in April. Let's do it. But what you're going to find, the more and more you do it, talking to more groups, your theories are going to change a little bit.
Oh yeah.
I mean, it's going to happen. Like, it's unbelievable. I mean, if you want to start thinking about stuff, do a podcast. I mean, talk to other people. You're not really questioning yourself, but you're going to be like, you might have something here. Different dimensions and multiverses, and I mean, we will never know the truth, but it's kind of like, damn, like I never even thought about that. Now my whole theory is thrown out the window of what I think the afterlife is. So, but then you're gonna find everybody's gonna invite you everywhere, and you're gonna be wanting to go everywhere, like Australia. Like, I want to go to Australia. I'm gonna go to Tasmania now. UK. I mean, if you ever get some UK groups on, I don't know if you have or not.
Yep, I've
But
had 3 now.
okay, the most positive people in the freaking world. Like, I don't know. Americans need to take some notes from people from the UK, paranormal investigators. They're
Mhm.
just positive people. I love talking to them. It's unbelievable. So, who'd you have on from the UK?
I had her name's Lottie. She's kind of her own solo thing, like me.
Okay.
Um, I'm gonna screw this up, I think, but Spirit Seekers, I think is who it was.
I've heard of them.
They were on with me. They've also got a satellite crew out here in the States, so that was pretty neat. So being able to talk about both things was pretty cool. And then I just did a podcast with Dale from Buck's Paranormal Podcast. He's
Okay.
just starting out on social media, so he was cool to talk to also.
Yeah, I mean, you know, was it Pav's Bophobia Paranormal? He's out there. Great, great group. Ghostly Gatherings. I definitely reach out to them. Unbelievable group. Fun. What was it? Paranormal Penny Pinchers? It's a cool group. They're fun. And Emily. I mean, everybody knows who Emily Paranormal is. She's awesome. Like, talk about positive person, just unbelievable people. So Australia, same way. Australia. I've had one group on from Australia, and I just edited their podcast for audio. Dude, I'm on a couch with my headphones on, just laughing. My wife's like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "I just love that podcast," and I hate saying it. Like, I do not have one favorite group from another. Like, but you'll have that one podcast. Like, this was awesome. Like, it was just so much fun. And usually when I edit audio, I take myself out. Like this one, you probably won't hear me talking when I do audio version of it, because no one wants to hear from me. They're here for you. And like that one was all her.
That's pretty neat, though.
Yeah, it's cool. I mean, the hardest part about paranormal podcasts is time difference.
Yes.
It's terrible. Australia is 16 hours ahead of us.
Yeah.
We'll throw that one up here. No, I mean, Roger, you have your own conflicts, I guess you want to call it, in the paranormal world.
You go after him hard, I'll tell you.
Yeah, they do. So you've had some people have gone after you too, haven't they?
Yeah, there's only been a couple little ripples, but I shut it down pretty quick. I just don't care to entertain it. I'll just throw them a thumbs up on their chat and then just kind of go along with my day because it's just not worth it.
Yeah, I mean, I've gotten that through my YouTube, and it wasn't toward me; it was to another group I was doing a podcast with, saying that this girl's full of BS or whatever, and I was like, "That's cool." That's all I wrote. Like, that's cool. Like, I don't care what you think. Like, if you really want to come on the show and argue, I'll do that too. I have no problem with that. But the good old people like to hide behind social media.
Oh, yeah. Keyboard warriors.
Yeah. So you just started using equipment. What's your go-to equipment besides yourself, obviously?
My dowsing rods. I love those things. I know,
Now,
like I said earlier, I know there's controversy with them, but I love them.
there is. But do you use those solo then? Like, do you ask questions yourself?
Mhm.
Okay. I know a lot of people use them as other people, like Estes method. Other people are asking questions and they're holding them.
I mean, yeah, I've done that. Not during an Estes, but I have done where other people ask, and I usually have to repeat them every once in a while to get the rods to move, but it does work both ways.
I like them. I've gotten away from them. I want to go back to them. I keep saying that every investigation I bring them out, but I never use them. I think they're a great tool. I mean, it's back. I think a lot of us that have done this for years go into the high technical technology equipment, but then we all come back to what we started: dowsing rods, digital recorder, stuff like that. I mean, I have it's all right here, but thousands of dollars worth of equipment, and half of it I don't use
Right.
because there's nothing like holding those dowsing rods and them crossing. I think a lot of people shy away from them because of TikTok. I mean, I'm sure you've seen them on TikTok. The people that do them. I love it, dude. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I work night shift, and I will watch dowsing rod people all night because I think it's just hilarious. Them doing this, or like you can't. They ask a question. They're like, you see their hand go like this.
Yeah.
Like, is the spirit moving your hand, or are they moving the dowsing rods? Like, what are you doing here? Like, come on. But again, I think that's the misconception
Yes.
is the human interference, just like the Ouija board. When you have human interference, it's hard to question. It's easy to question. Do you believe in a
Oh, yeah.
Ouija board?
No.
You
I
don't like them, or you just don't believe it?
I every experience I've had with a Ouija board has just been the anomaly. So that one person that it always moves when they touch it, and once they stop touching it, the planchette just doesn't move. It's just kind of taken the credibility out for me, and I've never had them work with just myself or myself with somebody I trust. So I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm sure they have worked, and I'm sure there's people that can say that they've had experiences with them. That's awesome. To me, it's just a board.
That's a piece of cardboard. That's why I look at it.
Yeah.
Will I use it if it's sitting there? Yeah. Has it ever moved? No. I mean, never. So, I mean, hey, Bird, what's up? All right. So, what else we got going on with Tiffany here? So, where'd you come up with your name, Beyond Logic?
The things that I do, I can't explain it, and it defies logic. So it was just something that I kind of came up with on the fly, and I kind of wanted to get away from the fourth dimension paranormal name that I had before when I had my counterpart, just to differentiate, just to show that it is just me.
Just you. Yeah, I mean, it's cool. I mean, solo. I give a lot of credit to solo investigators out there, and I think you're going to see a lot more and more. I mean, I'm not a solo. I have, Bird and my other 6 people that I work with, but majority of the time it's just me going out by myself with other people, other groups. So I think families, work, it's hard to have a group and
Yeah.
difference. I mean, I don't know what happened between you and your other group, but I'm sure it's maybe different opinions or the way you do stuff compared to the way they do stuff, which I think is good in a group. But you can't be like your counterpart can't tell you, no, this is the way it's going to be. That doesn't
Right.
work.
I am all for differences. The reason we separated was actually not even close to paranormal reasoning. It was more personal issues between everything. So, I mean, as a paranormal team, we worked extraordinarily well together. But on a personal level, which is really kind of odd, I guess, if you think about it, it's usually the other way around.
Yeah.
But on a personal level, he just kind of turned into a prick and I just didn't want to deal with it. And he was just, like really raining on my parade. And there was a few people that actually came up afterwards and was like, guy would have ruined you if you would have let him. So, and he basically said, I'm just along for the ride. I'm just going to hold on to your tail feathers for the success that you're gaining. Cause I mean, everything I did was all me. It was all the work put into it was me. So at that point, I'm like, you can do your own thing if you want the success. Like, I'm just going to do this by myself. And I mean, not that I'm doing it to get, I mean, I do this for free. Like, there's nothing that gives me any sort of
Yeah.
anything. Like, this is all just me. But
Yeah. I mean, it sucks when you put all the work in and someone wants to take credit for it.
mhm,
I mean, again, podcasting, investigating, not cheap.
no,
You know,
not at all.
it's not cheap at all. So we don't make money off this. We spend money.
Hmm.
And a lot of people think are like, oh, you're investing, you're doing this podcast. People are get to know you. You're going to start making money. I'm like, no, that just means I have to spend more money in the long run. That's what it is.
Yeah.
But again, we do it because it's a passion. It's a hobby, whatever you want to call it. It's fun. Yeah, Power Paranormal has 2 groups, right?
Yep.
That he runs. So, have you jumped on the merch train yet, or what's going
That's where
on?
the shirt's from. That's that's from Roger's pop-up shop, as he calls it.
Yeah, merch is
But this
fun.
it is. I tried it for a little while for myself, and it didn't really take off. And that's not knocking anybody that tries, but I mean, you really have to have, to me, I think, a really big following and just that type of luck, I guess. And that's just not me. I don't have that kind of luck.
I had someone reach out to me a while ago, months ago, about merch, or they posted something. I'm like, merch is not to make money when you're beginning. It's about getting your name out there.
Mhm.
So obviously I have, I got hoodies, I got shirts, I got everything and hats, and I don't make money off it. Most of my stuff I give away.
Right.
And it's just about getting your name out there, your logo out there. This is obviously Trap Souls. Like my hat doesn't have any names on it. And people are like, why don't you have your name on it? Because it's a starter conversation.
Mhm.
People are like, what hat's that? I'm like, oh, it's my podcast. Oh, really? I'll watch it. Okay, cool. Here's my link. For me, it's all about just your name. I am not a huge follower person. You won't see me asking for followers. It's just one of those things. For me, that's the way it is. Do I want followers? Yes. The reason I want followers is because of people like you. When I do a podcast, I want people to get to know you. So the more followers I have, the more people will get to know you and hopefully follow you. No one really cares about me. I'm fine with that. If you knew me in real life, I'm very sheltered. I play my video games, I go to work, and that's it. That's me. I usually don't talk to anybody. I'm cool with that, but you'll never see me go and ask for followers and stuff. I did once, not going to lie, twice, 2 times in my social media life. I was at 88 followers for like 2 months. I could not get off that. And I wanted to do Facebook Lives. They need 100. So I asked, got to get 12 more followers. Woke up the next morning. I forget what group did it. I had 800 followers.
Holy cow.
This group just pounded me out there and just said, hey, follow this dude, follow this dude. Cool. Then I put, I don't know, I forget what was that, like 1,200 something. I'm sure Roger knows this because he shared it. I think I was like, I'm 488,000 followers away from 500,000 followers. Please help me. just as a joke. I'm like, I'm gonna lose a lot of followers because of this, or gain a lot. And I think I got like 40 followers from it. It was funny, but it was cool. But it's the only time I, ask for followers. I mean, I think content's big. Doing podcasts are big. Getting your name out there is big. And I can say right now, you get out there. Like you're posting stuff every day.
I try.
And you do a very good job of it. Keep it up.
Thank you.
Was right. I did a pop-up shop. Enjoy designing different stuff. And I love coming up with crazy shit to make people laugh. Yes.
Oh yeah.
Definitely some weird stuff. I don't want to say weird, crazy stuff. Sorry, Roger. Crazy stuff on your pop-up shop. I'll get something sooner or later. I just don't buy stuff right now. I'm cheap like that.
I'm all for supporting other teams, but I really don't buy from much either. But Roger, he's that kind of a person. So I had to get something.
The thing is like, I don't know. Like I have a few t-shirts from other groups that we switched. I try to wear them on my podcast, but it is freezing in this room, so I haven't. So I always go with a hoodie. But yeah, designing stuff is cool. Keep it up, Roger. I just designed a new shirt for the Paracon. I went through like 7 different designs till I decided which one I want. It was terrible.
It's tough because you like certain aspects of one thing and then you see another thing and you're like, oh, that's a great idea.
Well, I can switch this, or I can switch this. And I was messaging like Alme Paranormal. I'm like, which one do you think? And I had one in mind. I'm like, I really like this. And she picks the other one. I'm like, so I just picked one, and that's what we're going with. I ordered a whole bunch of shirts for Paracon. So
Nice.
do you do any Paracons or any shows or any private, like psychic medium readings, tours?
So I do readings, but I haven't done any Paracons yet. That's something that I would like to branch myself out to do. Probably not this year because I'm finally getting myself out there and meeting other teams and stuff. But the year after, I definitely want to get myself out there. I mean, I've kind of got a momentum going with myself, and I just want to keep putting myself out there. So, I mean, I definitely have big goals in this, and it's not even like you mentioned for the followers. Everybody wants followers and stuff, but I was so excited when I hit my first 1K. Like I shared it to the world, but
Yeah,
after
for
that,
sure.
it's just kind of like, if you follow me, that's awesome. That means you like me. If not, then I'm not going to have my feelings hurt.
I
But
mean, milestones are cool. Like I like when I see people like I hit 2,000 followers, I hit 4,000 followers. I think that's cool as hell. Like, go on and get them. My biggest issue is it's going to piss some people off, but my biggest issue is you ask for followers, which I'm fine with, but you don't put any content out there. Like, you're a paranormal group. I call them Pinos, paranormal in name only. Like, so you want to, I never said that on podcast before, so sorry if you're offended. But if you're offended, there's a reason why you're offended. But I mean,
fantastic.
but if you want followers, put content out there. Like I don't
Mhm.
mind seeing, hey, I need 25 followers to hit 1,000.
Mhm.
Then the next thing I scroll down, you're doing an investigation. But when I scroll 20 down and you're still just asking for followers, then yeah, like I can't say I have an issue with it. I guarantee you won't be invited on the show. Like that's how I pick. Everybody knows that. That's how I pick who I ask to come on a show. I check their YouTube page out, check their Facebook page out. If they don't put paranormal stuff out there, what are we going to talk about?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you've mentioned it that I'm kind of popping up everywhere. I don't have the opportunity to go on investigations as often as some other teams, but my mind is constantly going. So I'll put a paranormal question out there at
Yeah.
least once every couple days. That's just my way of keeping it paranormal, but not necessarily with content from places. But like I said, this year I'm getting out there. I don't even care what it takes.
But you're doing a paranormal podcast also.
Right.
So I don't go out as much as I want to because of my job, doing 60 hours a week. So what can I contribute to the paranormal society besides doing investigations is having people like you on who love paranormal and talk about it. So that's my contribution.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I'm starting to get some repeat offenders on the podcast. I haven't gotten there yet. So Roger, we'll book one up sooner or later. Again, after your investigations. And maybe I'll have you and Tiffany on the same time. Who knows?
That'd be
We'll
fun.
see how that goes. But no, it's cool. I mean, again, keep doing what you're doing. Your name's getting out there. I mean, I see it. We're an hour 16 minutes into this bad boy. Yeah, I did one right before you came on too. So little
Oh wow.
little foggy here, but no, it's cool. What else we got to talk about? We did equipment. I always ask stupid questions. Favorite paranormal TV show?
Ugh. I don't know if I really even have one. Taps used to be when I was like younger, but the more that I've gotten into this doing it myself, the less I've kind of liked the TV portion of it.
Taps was awesome because, and I said one of these, I don't know what I did. Oh, I wrote a blog. That's not out yet. Well, not going to talk about that, but I mentioned them that they, when they first started out, they were helping people out, going to people's houses. That's what they were based off of. Then they got big. And not saying Jason and everybody don't want to help people out, but they're doing all these big locations now. They're not helping people out. Hate to say his name, Zach. He has house calls now where he's supposedly going to help people out. Everything's demonic and whatever with him, but yeah, I mean, all these shows. What was another one? Penn Paranormal was another good show, or Penn State. So Penn Paranormal. They used to help people out. Not anymore.
It really kind of sucks because they, like you said, they started off and they had like really good intentions. And there's been paranormal groups that have come around me. Like Margin Manor was on a couple shows. That's, my grandparents literally lived right across the street from there. Cool place. Awesome place. Beautiful inside, even if you're not into paranormal, by the way. But where else have they gone? Oh my gosh, I just blanked. Fort Niagara. That's not far. That's 15 minutes away from me. I mean, that's a cool place too. Like they did some really cool places around me and it made me kind of go back into it like, hey, I know what you're talking about. But even then, like you said, after they get big, it's just they lose sight, I think, of what made them start in the first place.
Yeah, I mean, I can't say it's sad. I mean, I don't want to say their fame got the best of them, but again, how many people are reaching out to them to help them that just kind of want to be on TV also? My house was on Ghost Hunters, stuff like that. So I'm sure it got old with them. What's up, Chris? How you doing? Amazon, Chris, Roger. But yeah, I mean, it's booked every weekend and every single one weekend. Yeah, I mean, it's hard helping people out. I have people at work that have asked, and it's just kind of like, I'm not a psychic. I'm not a medium. I'm not a priest. I'm not banishing things from people's homes. But I always tell them, if you want me to come in there and tell you what I think, I'll do it. Then if it's bad, I will find someone to come help you because I'm not that person. I'm not throwing holy water around. I'm not saying the prayer. That's not me. I'm not. Sorry. I'm not training that. But I believe 99% of spirits are just spirits. They're just nice spirits that just want to be heard. And people are always like, oh, there's like, this ball moved. I'm like, well, roll it back. Maybe it's a kid that just wants to play. Like, you never know. I mean, the ball rolls toward me. I'm going to roll back to see if it rolls back to me. But people are so scared of stuff they can't see. So,
and that fear often turns it demonic too, which just grinds my gears. But that's not here nor there.
Yeah, demonic is a word thrown around way too much. And we'll end on this. And I hate bringing this up, but I will. Orbs. Yay or nay?
The more I get into this, the more I'm starting to realize that I don't think that there's some that I'm sure probably are that move in like really odd patterns, but they're not as frequent as everybody makes them out to be.
Yeah, my whole thing is way too much other stuff that can be.
Yeah.
Again, not saying that there's not. It's just I'd rather have that voice on that recorder than a ball of light flying at me on my IR camera. So that's just me.
No, I agree wholeheartedly.
All right. Well, I think we're going to end this. We're hour 21 minutes in right now. Anybody else got any questions for Tiffany here before we jump off? Do you do your podcast live or recorded?
I pre-record them currently. I'm working on doing something like StreamYard to get them live just because I think it would be cool to be able to do that. So I am working on that. I'm just trying to figure out which platform I want to use. It seems like StreamYard is the most popular though.
Yeah, I heard Riverside and StreamYard. Nacho found another one he was asking me about. It is a lot cheaper, but that scares me.
Right.
So StreamYard, you can do a lot of stuff. Potter says you might not be able to explain an orb, but there are so many explanations for orbs. Yeah.
Fair, yeah.
That's fair. I mean, I don't take orbs seriously at all. They want to show themselves, show themselves. All right. Well, again, Tiffany, keep doing what you're doing. Looking forward to your podcast coming up. You got a lot coming up, I see.
Oh.
And just keep grinding at it. It's a grind. I mean, I'm not a professional over here, so I can't really give you too much advice, but all I know, it's a grind. So keep grinding away and it'll take off, and hopefully to have you on the show maybe 9 months from now and see how it's going.
Yeah, that would be great.
Again,
thank you. And I appreciate it.
I appreciate it, and no controversy. That's good. I didn't know what to expect on this, but I see some stuff out there. I'm like, we'll see how this goes. But yeah, Roger, we'll do a trio show. It could be on even Tiffany show. We're cool with that. But
yeah, we'll figure something out.
Yeah, we'll figure something out. Again, Roger, Alme, Chris, everybody else who jumped on, I appreciate it. I never say follow me, so you don't have to if you don't want to. Obviously, you are if you're already on the show. So, again, follow Tiffany, though. She's coming with a lot of big stuff. Some cool investigations coming up. And I'm sure we'll be seeing a lot of her in the future. I appreciate it.
Thank you. I appreciate you as well. Thank you for taking the time to talk with me.
No, thank you very much.